Hi everyone, I'm Tammy. I'm the Siberian Wind, and I'm glad you're here. Tonight is After Sunset Sunday, and like I promised, we are going to work on Gnome Sweet Gnome. If you have not seen this project, it is fantastic. Let me grab let's see if I've got it where I can grab it. Uh, for those of you who've not seen it before, I worked on this in January on the last two Sundays, and I haven't had a chance to work on it in February much yet. But we're going to work on it tonight. So this is Gnome Sweet Gnome. It's by Geraldine Powers and Valley Fabric Shop. If you want, there is, maybe I put the information in there. I don't know if I put it in the chat. There is, Valley Fabric Shop has a phone number, and you can call them and get the pattern. They can send it to you digitally, I think, or they can mail it to you. It's like $20. It's super nice, super nice. So I'm gonna say hi to everybody in the chat. Welcome in Lori and Janet, Pat, Dawn, Pam, and Chloe. Welcome in everybody. I'm glad you're here. I don't know why my camera is still pointed so far down, but we're just gonna do with it today. Hey Judy, welcome in. Actually, you know what? It's gonna bother me. Bear with me. I'm sorry. There we go. That's a little bit better. That's a little bit better. Now my head isn't completely cut off unless I get up. So there we go. So, Gnome Sweet Gnome. Okay. Oh, and I did start. Hey, Bob, welcome in. He says, hello, everyone. Glad you're here. So, in January, what I showed, because I did the last two Sundays of January this year, and we cut out all of the applique, and I showed you how I prep it. Now, I did sew this in January, and what I didn't pay attention to, hey Sylvia, welcome in, is I really put her way up high. I put the gnome way up high. So what I'm going to do with the two gnomes that go on either side of this one is we're going to position them just as up high as this one is, and then I'll cut off and sew it to the top. So we'll fix it that way. I might make it decorative. I don't know. We'll do something. But I'm not going to mess with the system that I've got going. So I did have this folded because it does not fit in any of my drawers if I don't fold it. So I'm going to press it out just real quick. And I've got both of the boy gnomes folded, pressed, whatever. So that's what we're going to do. So how are you guys doing? It is a Sunday, isn't it? It is a Sunday. I live for After Sunset Sunday. I do have music going on in my headset just because my neighbors have been loud again, and my tolerance for it is really low. So that way I don't say anything about them tonight. Aside from that little blurb, I've got the headphones in. If you have not paid attention in the last couple lives, last Tuesday I did tell you that we did get more rooms for the retreat. Hey, Cynthia, welcome in. Low battery and too tired. Oh, no. I hear ya. She says, might be just lurking and not chatting. I hear ya on that, Cynthia. I've got my personal battery is kind of low as well. Sylvia says, hello, crafty people. I love that, Sylvia. You're awesome. You are so awesome. All right. So we have the girl gnome. She's already in position. I'm not moving her. I'm not. I'm not. So on the back of this, I do have some tearaway stabilizer, but I didn't like spray baste it or anything. I'm not worried about it. It will be just fine. So we are about to start sewing here in just a minute. Judy says she's relaxing now. She finished quilting her fabric. Tomorrow, cutting out the coat. I am so excited for you for that. I have still got to work on my quilt coat. I do not have enough of it done by any stretch of the imagination, but we're trying to keep neck and neck with the projects I got going, so it is what it is. All right, good. So plain gnome is supposed to go here. He is supposed to have a band on his hat. I found that literally 5 minutes ago. We're not doing it. We're not adding the band to his hat because I'm not. I'm not going to do that. So you'll be able to see some of what I'm doing down here on this camera. I do have it turned way down on the exposure so that way you might stand a chance of seeing everything. Hey, Nanette, welcome in. She says, good evening, all. Good evening to you. Giovanna, what time is it? Oh my gosh, good morning, Giovanna. Welcome in. So been missing you. Glad to have you here. So glad to have you here. Yeah, I'm still hanging around, I promise. So I'm gonna line up some of these pieces and make sure it's where I want it. Christina, welcome in. Good morning to you as well. And Barbara Iverson, good to have you here. Guys, y'all are all showing up. I love this. Y'all are fantastic. You are 4 a.m. Okay, fair enough. Hey, Kathy, welcome in. She loves gnomes. Good deal. I love gnomes too. I can't get enough of them. So I do have a few gnome things around the house, but not that many. I do love gnomes. I don't need any more right now, but I do love them. Judy says if she didn't work on this, she probably would have gotten into Route 66. I know. I have got all of my first block for Route 66 cut. So for those of you who are just tuning in, this is new information to you. I'm going to be starting my Route 66 here in March. I do not have dates yet for those lives, but I will be doing probably once a month. Oh, you're in North Carolina right now. That's right. Okay. How is QuiltCon? I've been hearing fantastic things about QuiltCon. Absolutely fantastic things. I had to say hi to this. Thank you, Giovanna. You are so sweet. You are so sweet. I was just telling a dear friend about that, about how I came up with being the quilting queen, and they were enamored. Yes, yes, Sylvia. So Route 66, let me grab that for you. I do have commands in now for it. I want to say 66 is going to be for the that is for the pattern. So if you want to go get the pattern, I think it's paper only. I'm not sure. But there's the pattern, and I do have the panel for it as well. It's from the same people, or they have it at the same location. Let me see how I put it in there. Okay, it is not under that. I'm having to look. I'm having to look. I have hidden it from myself. All right. Where is it? I know I put it in here. I know I did. Oh, I've got so many things I could probably delete out of my commands list, guys. I've got so much. Let's see. We are not looking at that. We're not looking at that. Oh my gosh. Apparently I did not put the panel in there like I thought I did. So I don't have the panel on there, but the people who have the pattern do, or at least did have the panel as well. Absolutely, yes, Cynthia. She says she might start hers throughout 66 when I work on mine. I've got someone else that has also told me they're going to do the same thing. Yes, Dawn, it is a fantastic pattern. Absolutely freaking fantastic. Freaking fantastic. It is gorgeous. I saw it in a shop window and could not turn it down. I had to have it. I drove by that shop window, and then I was like, I gotta have that. Gotta have it. So I took my husband by, and I'm like, do you see this one in the window? He's like, okay. And I'm like, it's gorgeous. I love it. I got to have it. He's like, okay, we'll go in and go get it. I'm like, okay, thank you. That is how I shop, guys. I wait until somebody tells me I can have it, you know? That's just the way I do. That's just the way I do. Christine says it was great for QuiltCon. I managed to talk to Zaza, Sean, Ian, Becca, Tiffany, Sherry, and Ross. That's amazing. Oh, good, good. Judy says that Marshall Dry Goods also had the panel. So if Honeybee Fabrics that has the Route 66 pattern does not have the panel, check out Marshall's Dry Goods. That's where we're gonna look. That's where we're gonna look. Okay. So I am going to start, I think, with the shoes. Yeah, because I can always build this back. I can always build it back because I'm going to have to maneuver it underneath the machine. So we're going to start with that. And I have white thread in the bobbin right now, and I've got a load of other bobbin colors. And if I need to change bobbin thread, I will. We will just change bobbin thread. So I did set up a super chat goal, guys. So if you're looking for your raffle tickets for April, put a super chat in. Oh, twin check. Yes, she is. She was there. I think I saw the panel at Hancock's too. Oh, good. Hancock's at Paducah might have it. That's a good call, Cynthia. Thank you. I did not keep track of who has it and who doesn't. I really didn't. Um, I just didn't. I just didn't. I was so excited when I got mine and just forget about everybody else. No, I'm just kidding. That was not my intent. It was not my intent at all. But that's basically what happened is I kind of forgot that I needed to keep an eye on that because I knew I was going to be doing it on the channel. Oh, I'm readjusting my feet again, just real quick, before I start sewing them on. Because these boy gnomes, they got feet, guys. They got feet. They have got feet. So there is also, hey, Londa, welcome in. She says, hi, Tammy and chat. Glad to have you. Glad you're here. My dance card is full, but it looks fine. I know. My dance card is so full. Hey, Rita, welcome in. She says, good evening, everyone. I'm glad you're here. I did make sure to put a correct foot on here so that I can do the blanket stitching that I was doing before. And I really should have taken a picture of how wide my blanket stitch was, but did I? No. No, I did not. So we're gonna play with it. Watched Tiffany tonight. They said a lot of people left early, wanted to get home before the snowstorm. That makes sense. I had not even thought about the snowstorm for it. My husband and I were just talking about the snowstorm. Like there's one like a couple of weeks ago, and oh my gosh, that is not the stitch I want. Oh, Chloe's sleeping over at work. Oh goodness, working on hand embroidery project. We're supposed to get about 2 feet. Oh my gosh. You can send some my way. I'm okay with that. Hey, Joan, welcome in. Winter, yes. Welcome back to winter is right. I met Sean and Lynn. Missed my chance to meet Zaza and Sherry. I was bummed about that. I bet you were. I bet you were. It's a lot of fun to get to meet everybody. All right, I'm gonna reach across the camera. Sorry. I've got to have my little card that tells me what my stitches are because it's not that stitch. That was not the correct stitch. And I want to look and make sure that it wasn't on this because this is more stitches than what I got on the machine. Oh, I don't know what stitch I used. Gosh, guys, do you ever do that? Do you ever like do some of your stitching and then forget that you need to write it down? Because I did not write it down. Hey, Maddie, welcome in. Good to see you, girl. Good to see you. Let's see. I think we're going to try 78 and see if that's the stitch I'm looking for. We're just gonna try it and see. I do not have the brain power. Hey Denise, welcome in. A wave, thread, a needle, popcorn, and finger pointing that way. I feel you. Yes, stay warm and safe is right, Giovanna. Absolutely. All right, so we're gonna decrease stitch length. No, we don't have to decrease that much. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see if this is the right stitch. And if it's not the same exact stitch, it won't be the end of the world. It just means that, um, oh, that's perfect. That's the perfect stitch. I don't know if that's the stitch I used, but it's what I'm gonna use now. I'm running on a 1% social battery. You and me both, girl. You and me both. All the time. I am old, right? Oh no, yes, Giovanna. I feel it. I feel it today. I just figured out how to make my own saltine crackers. Oh, good. Awesome, Denise. I could probably make saltines, but do I have the energy? Not today. Not today. Today is the day for sewing. Today is not the day for making saltine crackers for me. And I did change out this needle, and I cleaned the bobbin case. I did all of that stuff because if you guys were here with me on Saturday, you know that my machine tried to do some funky stuff. So remove that foot for a moment. So I did that. I reset my machine. So we're gonna see how it does. They're just pie crust with salt on top. Oh, good. Yes, Nanette, she says it sounds great. I agree. Making your own saltines sounds awesome. We would save a fortune if I made saltines. We go through some saltines in this house. It's usually not me eating them, but if I made them, I would absolutely be eating them. It's probably not good for my waistline. Uh, so, um, let's see, what else do we have? We have stuff coming up this week. Yeah, we have Yuletide Sampler 2 coming up this week. One bit of dough left over after making cinnamon rolls. Oh, that's a good use for it. I agree, Dawn. She said telling Chloe, stay safe. It is a lot of snow. I agree. I would love to have some more snow than what we just got, but no, not today. Okay, we are going to silence my watch because I'm not going to have that going off all night. How did the quilting go after I fixed the machine? I didn't try. I didn't try. This is the first time stitching after I fixed it. I had to rearrange my tables again and get all of that set up because I didn't have the mental willpower to work on it. It was just too much. Barbara says she made a small batch of beignets today. Oh, oh, that's so tempting. That's so tempting, Barbara. How far are you away from Casper? I'm just kidding. I don't need them. I don't need them. Yeah, no, Giovanna, I've not had the energy at all to sew. I had an event I went to Saturday night and things went really, really late. And I am going to have my hip looked at. So I did not sleep well. And so I'm paying for it now. So yeah, we're gonna have to have my hip looked at. Yes, I did finish unpicking it. Yeah, I finished that before the live ended. I unpicked both rows, and speaking of, that quilt is actually right there. Like I can, like if I leaned over far enough, I could grab it. So it's got to be quilted by May. So it's on the list, and I will bring it back to the machine and quilt it. Oh, Minnesota, that is too far. That is too far, at least for just some beignets. But you know, I might go there eventually. You might have to make me some if I'm coming through. That's what we'll do. If I'm coming through your area, then you gotta help your girl out, right? You gotta help me out. All right. I drove 9 hours today to Iowa, picking my machine up from the from the spa in the morning. I bet it has been a long day, Janet. That is a lot of driving. Hey, Mona, good to see you. Um, but I don't want to look at it. The quilt, not really. Not really. I'm not looking forward to looking at it again. But I've got some stuff lined up for retreat. And that is not one of the things I've got lined up for retreat this weekend. I appreciate it, Barbara. You're so sweet. Thank you. That is awesome. That is so awesome. But yeah, I will have to get it quilted, but it's not going to be this upcoming weekend. I need fun time, and that's what Zoom Retreat is for, right? Zoom Retreat is all about having some fun, and so that's what we're going to do. We're not going to think about the hard stuff. We're just going to let the hard stuff take a vacation for a weekend. I agree. Nanette says that amount of driving doesn't sound like fun. It doesn't. But I would happily drive that. That doesn't bother me. It's when you get to those ones where you have to do the overnight stay because it's just too much to drive in one day. That's when I don't like those trips as much. Because I am one of those people, I pre-plan everything. So when I go to Road to California next year, I'm going to pre-plan a hotel to stay on the way because I've already been told in no uncertain terms that I'm not allowed to drive the 16 hours one way in one day. So I'm going to have to stay overnight somewhere on the way to Road to California. And I'm one of those super super planners. I love to plan everything out and have it all ready. And I can't do it yet. It's not ready yet. Mona says she doesn't like driving anymore. Yeah, there's a lot of people who don't. I am one of those. I don't mind it. I will drive over letting my husband drive. I love him dearly. He was a truck driver. He was a safe truck driver. So like there's no questions about that. But I would rather drive than to sit in the passenger seat. He can go to sleep while I drive. He absolutely can. That's fine with me. I cannot go to sleep while he drives. I am not the sleep in the car person. Oh, Sylvia avoids driving too. Hey, Susan, good to see you. She says she hopes everyone is doing well. I hope so too. I hope so too. And I'm not even cutting my thread because it's going to go underneath the body. So I'm not worried about it. And I did all of this as needle turn. So even though you're going to see my stitches on top because I'm stitching it with a machine and blanket stitch, it's not gonna show up that bad. Let's see, I really like this quilt shop, so that's why I support them. There is this really lovely hotel less than a mile from them. They always remember me. There you go. And Janet says she doesn't mind driving. See, I'm like that. Do I leave the stabilizer on the block or trim around the gnome? I am probably going to trim, and yeah, I'm probably going to trim. But I might not. I don't know. I may leave it until I get the blocks assembled and then make a decision on how stiff it all feels. This was kind of an odd one because none of my stabilizer was big enough for the whole width of this block, like the height of it. So there's two pieces on the back of here. So like we've got 1 and 2, and they're not attached, but they overlap. And I am a little bit worried it's going to be too thick for quilting or to be comfortable quilting. But it's a wall quilt, so I don't know. I'll make a decision later. Agree, Chloe. She says it's worth it, Janet. Yeah, it is, especially if you don't mind driving and that's the shop you want to support. Absolutely. Maybe this upcoming week I will hear back on my presser foot for Beauty and see if I can get her back running. And if not, we're going to pull her off the frame and I'm going to use her as a regular sewing machine. We'll scrap the quilting frame thing for a while. There's just a mess. Just a mess. And somebody sent me a package. I won't say who because I got an email, so I know who it is, but I'm not going to say who. If you sent me a package from Illinois, it went all the way to North Carolina to then come back to Colorado to come up here. So your package was touring the country. Now, if your package had just found my crown while it was at it, I would have been very happy about that. Oh. But yeah, the post office sent a package from Illinois all the way to North Carolina to then send it to Colorado to come to me. And it cracks me up that our postal service works like that. It just cracks me up. All right. This is where it gets a little finicky. I'm having to roll a lot of the extra block up, but what will happen is I will just press it all out. When I get done, that's all that's going to happen, is I'm just going to give it a good press. Okay, what's your craziest mail story? What's your craziest postal service mail story? Because I do have another one. Our apartment complex sent, our management sent us a notice. Amazon didn't deliver packages to apartments. They delivered it to the hallways. And people were picking up the packages. It sounds like I'm hammering the fabric. Oh no. Well, Paladin also just picked up a toy too. So that got a squeaky toy. They were all supposed to be picked up. I don't know where he found it. See, am I on your... You are, as soon as it arrives. I'm still waiting for it to arrive. I wasn't going to call you out, but yeah. I'm waiting for it to arrive. It's supposed to be here this week. I think it's actually in Casper now. I think that's what the tracking said, is that it's actually in Casper. So guys, if you are sending something to me, please make sure you are sending it to my P.O. box, because they do not deliver properly to our apartment. So make sure you're sending it to the P.O. box. So if you have not asked me for that, if you need that, let me know. And if you are sending anything for a retreat payment, please make sure you let me know so I can watch for it. Because I absolutely watch for it, even if you don't put tracking on it. I want to watch to make sure that I see it the day that it arrives. Let's see. Yes, Shannon, it went all the way to North Carolina. All the way. I think it said maybe, like it said the delivery dates on them. It did tell me that. But I think it's looking like it's gonna be Tuesday. It took over a week to get here. Over a week, just because it had to go across the country. I really wish they would do like the stamps where everything goes. My craziest was the one time I ordered from Joann's. The fabric traveled up and down the eastern seaboard for a month. And you're on the West Coast. Oh my goodness. Maybe they were just looking for the right plane to put it on. I mean, that's the suggestion I have. We can hope that that's what it was. All right. So this next part is going to be the body. Now I could go ahead and put the beard on there on top of it and stitch it in place and not have to stitch the whole body, but I'm not worried about it. I don't mind having the extra stitches in there. I'd rather it be secure and not have to worry about it. So we're going to stitch as much of this as we can tonight. I do have both gnomes to do. If we can get to them, great. If we don't, then great. The other day, Amazon left my parcel outside under the rain. I was home and he didn't even ring the bell. I hate when they do that. They do that here. They do that here all the time. But I will say this. I've never had anything going to the post office box have a problem, aside from misdirections before it can get into this area. But anything coming to the apartment, I don't get notifications about it, so I don't even know. My husband checks the mailbox here, but yeah, we don't know. Check your stitches. Oh, thank you, Nanette. They look okay. My first few stitches were horrid, but they look fine now. So where I just ended, they look fantastic. Thank you so much. I'm glad you said something. Thank you. Because I totally would have forgotten to look, and then I would have been upset later. And we don't like Tammy upset. We've had enough of that lately. I mailed a check locally, and it went to Kansas, and then back to Denver to be delivered to my own city. That's crazy. And I did just load the wrong thread. I'm batting 1,000, guys. Don't pull your thread out like I just did. I will take this machine apart and fix it if I screw it up, but I have the patience to do that. Please don't do what I just did. Don't pull it out like that. Cut it and pull it out through the needle. That's what you're supposed to do. Don't do as I say, not as I do. Okay? That might be why I was having problems with the quilt the other day. Is because I do that sometimes. I don't do it often, but I do it just enough. So you mailed a check locally, went to Kansas and back to... that's just so crazy. Hey, Rita, welcome in. Oh, I got another question for you guys. Just curiosity. I'm not planning to do anything unless you guys want to do like a board game thing at the retreat. That's not the fun. That's not the one that I can't talk. That's not the thing I was thinking of. But what's your favorite board game? Bad girl. I know, Nanette. I know. I can feel you staring at me too. I can so feel you staring at me for that one. Oh my gosh. Oh. I love meeting you guys in person. I really do. gives me a better feeling of who you are. It does sound like a Bernina. It is, Landa. It is. Hey, Gladys, welcome in. She says, hello, everyone. Glad you're here. Um, so what did I miss? Oh, okay, gotcha. Am I missing chat? Am I missing chat? Are all the messages coming through for me? Maybe. I think I may have missed one. I'm not sure. We'll see. We'll see. So what is your favorite board game? If you were to sit down and play a board game, I guess we could say card games too, but I'd rather go with board games first. What's your favorite board game? Oh, Janet doesn't do board games. Okay, fair enough. Not everybody does. Not everybody does. I like asking this question because it really gives you like so much to talk about. Ordered a prescription from Chesterfield, Missouri, went to St. Louis, then to Springfield, Illinois, then to Kincaid, Illinois, 30 miles south, and sat there for 4 days. Oh my gosh. And then came back to Springfield. Ugh. I hate when they do that. Giovanna says she's not chatting much. That's okay. That's okay. Monopoly. Do you like just the classic Monopoly, or do you like the new versions that they've come out with? When you're hearing Casper, I have seen Casperopoly, and I think there's Wyomingopoly as well. I don't have them yet, but I think they do have them. I've seen them, but I don't know how long they're going to carry them. They look kind of cool. Pat likes Monopoly too. Awesome. Oh, chess. Giovanna, I played chess in high school. I would take a chessboard. I had one of those little magnetic chessboard sets, and I would take the travel chessboard to lunch with me and play against the upper class boys because I was the only girl that played chess. Then one of the other girls got interested in chess and she started playing too. But for the longest time, I was the only chess player at lunch, and that was the only time we got to play. We didn't have chess club at my school. Oh, Candyland. I have not played Candyland in forever. Oh my gosh. I feel like is Candyland kind of like that Chutes and Ladders too? But those are different games, right? Candyland is different from Chutes and Ladders, right? Cards any type. Ooh. I have Monopoly Go, and oh my gosh, Uno. Uno hands down. That's the one my husband and I will play. That's the one we'll play. Judy's got the classic Monopoly. I have not ever played Go, I don't think. Denise? Ooh. I would have to learn the rules of Go. I've seen it played, but I really don't know the rules. I've seen it. I saw they were playing Go on A Beautiful Mind, the movie A Beautiful Mind. It's a very mathematical or high level thinking game. I'd have to find somebody who could teach me to play that one. I don't know that one. Let's see. Scrabble. Dawn. Oh my gosh, we could have so much fun with that. Bring Scrabble to the retreat. We'd absolutely have a blast. We'd have a blast. Oh, Candyland is fun. Yes, it is. 4-year-old. That makes sense, Barbara. Makes sense. Nat says she likes cards, but she hasn't played board games in a long time. She has a farm Monopoly. Why am I not surprised that you have a farm version of Monopoly? Left cards, left, center, right. Oh my gosh, I love left, center, right. And would you guys like to play stuff like that at retreat? Do you want to have like one game a night? Or if you want to participate, you can. Like, I'm not going to force anybody to play games if they don't want to play games. But would you like to have games at the retreat? Because we can definitely put some games on there. I have left, center, right. Judy likes Candyland too. Yahtzee. Lori, I love you. I love Yahtzee. I haven't played it in a while, but I do like Yahtzee. Janet says she's heard of left, center, right. Left, right, center, has never played it. You've never played Uno. Oh my gosh. Uno means one, Giovanna. Is that correct? Let's see. Oh, and Chloe's sitting here answering it for me. It's like chess, but more about seeing the patterns. Oh, more about looking. Okay, fair enough, Denise. Yeah, I'd have to learn. Hey, Katie, welcome in. She says hi, Tammy, and hi, everyone. Glad to have you. We're talking about your favorite board game or card game if you like cards. So let's actually go to card games. We've mentioned Uno. Um, I have Monopoly Go. That one's fun, especially if you like Monopoly. Monopoly Go is really fun. It's faster paced. I think it would be nice, easy way to meet. It is. It would be a nice way to meet people. We could set up a game table. So anybody who wants to take a break from sewing could come and pull out a game. I think that's what we'll do is we'll set up a game table in the sewing lounge. So I need to remember to let me do that. Let me make a note. That way I don't forget. Because we'll do a game table. I like that idea. And we'll have options for games, so it's not just one thing. Oh, poker. Somebody still has to teach me poker. I learned a new one recently. Swoosh. I've not heard of that one. Ooh. Is that played with a regular 52 deck? Like a regular deck? Game of Life and sorry. Oh, those are some good games. I don't have any of those. I do have Monopoly. I've got a couple versions of Monopoly. Monopoly takes a while though. But if you've hit a snag on your quilting project and you need to take a long break and you got too much energy, Monopoly is a good game to kick that out of you. Let's see. Yes, Yahtzee, absolutely. Pat likes poker. Giovanna loves poker. See, I don't know how to play, guys. I've never been taught poker. I was raised that that's gambling, so therefore we don't do it. But I want to learn. 4 decks and as many people as you want. Oh, that sounds exciting, Barbara. And they all need to be the same deck. Ooh, okay. I might have to look up Swoosh. That one's one I might have to look up. I don't know. I haven't learned any new games in a while. We haven't had a lot of time. We've got a lot going on in the background here, so we haven't had time. But Uno is one that when we can't figure out what we want to play, we pull out Uno. We've got like 6 decks of Uno, all into one. No snow. Oh no, Katie, I'm sorry. Canasta and Parcheesi. I don't think I've played either of those either. I know some people who do play them, but I don't think I've ever played either of those. I do like bingo. A quilt, but oh, now that I can do. If I had not shellacked that one, I'd have another one too. Sir, get over here. My dog is behind my quilt frame. Sorry. Sorry, guys. I apologize for having to call him out like that. He was just over there. What do you have, sir? Please tell me you did not pick up the red. Okay, go settle, please. Go settle. Sir, go settle. Go. Out. Out. We'll see it. Oh, Joan likes Parcheesi too. Oh my gosh. So I guess we'll do a list of games. We'll keep it simple. So if you want to bring your own personal game of something, we can also do that too. So we'll set up a table or 2 for games. Breckenridge. Ooh, I haven't heard of that one, Rita. You might have to send me information about that one. Bingo. I love bingo. Oh my gosh, I love bingo. Yeah, I bet it is, Katie. She says it's weird to be in Greenland with no snow right now. This time of year, yeah. I bet. It's so pretty when y'all have snow up there. But we still have some snow on the ground. It will melt in the next day or 2. The temperature's finally going to get above freezing again. Yeah, bingo is always fun, Dana. Oh my gosh, I love bingo. I went to a Christmas party. As actually I hosted a Christmas party. Um, and what I did is I knew a lot of the people that were coming to the party. So the bingo card was if you saw someone do something or they possessed something like a color of hair or um, tattoos that were showing, anything like that, then that you could have them mark that off on your bingo card. Nobody actually did it. We had too much going on, but it was so much fun to try to think of all the things to put on the bingo. We could do a daily bingo. We might have to do that too. Not all that cold. Oh no. Yeah, a quilt puzzle would be fun. I agreed on. Yeah, yeah. Let me add puzzle to that because we could set up a table just for a puzzle because that would be fun. I do love like I've got a 2,000 piece puzzle and I think it is quilting. If it's not quilting, it's trains. So I might have to look for a quilt one if it is trains. Hey, Andrea, welcome in. She just solved one of her tech problems from the past few days. You can hear again. Good. Now if I can get the editing problem solved. Yeah. Yeah. The editing problems. Okay. Okay, so Tuscaloosa off the East Coast got some snow. That's good. It stinks when it's not where it needs to be, though. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and layer the beard. And I know you guys can't see all of it, but I'm going to get the hat on here too. And I got to know where the hat needs to go. And it's going to stitch the beard down a little bit. And we're just going to roll with it because I want this hat to be where I've got enough room to stitch up here. Let me see how far that one is. Okay, I gotta go down just a hair still. I really condensed it. I didn't mean to, but I really did condense it. And the hat is the same color as his body. So it's this cute little fabric that's got birds and flowers and all of that on it. I love it. It's so cute. And it's a little masculine enough to be a boy. Hey, Susie, good to see you. Glad you're here. Oh, Katie was live with Sherry on Sherry's channel and decided to take the night off on hers. I hear you on that, Katie. I have a couple of quilting puzzles I could bring. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Well, we're there for 4 nights, so the likelihood that we'll get to more than one puzzle is pretty high. Just depends on how many people need to take a break. The Western Mountains really need it. They do, Susan. We need a lot more snow than what we've got. I mean, we got some snow, but we haven't gotten a lot. Awesome. Gladys dropped her channel link, guys. If you have a channel and you want to promote yourself, you absolutely can. It's exclamation selfie. Just drop that into the chat, and if there's a lot of people doing it at the same time, you might have to give Nightbot just a minute to catch up. But if you've not checked out Gladys's channel, go ahead and click over and make sure you are subscribed to her as well. She puts out quilting content just like I do. Can there be a prize for the winner of being out? Ooh, I don't know, Pat. Maybe. I think we can do that. I think we can find a prize. I think we can do that. But if we're doing bingo every day, if we're doing a different bingo every day to give more people chances to win bingo, might have to have 4 prizes. I might put some feelers out and see if I can find some stuff for that. I like that idea though. That's not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea. I like that. Let's see. Took a nap after Sherry's live and just woke up. Oh, you have a new headset and earbuds. I like that, Andrea. That's good news. That is very good news. Oh, Gladys, if you will, while I'm thinking about it, I could not get you a link to the tech Zoom. Will you send me an email? I do not have your email address, so I couldn't add you. So I need your email address to be able to get you that link. I had not forgotten about you at all. I just had to remember it at the right exact moments. But I need you to send me an email, if you will, so I have your email address. Let's see. Did I notice that I have a new page? I did. Thank you so much. Guys, if you want to support me in another platform other than just YouTube, you can always become a member over at Patreon. And you can do a monthly subscription. And you can choose the subscription amount, I believe. So it's not just one particular amount. I think there's levels. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. But if you want to be sending a little bit here and there every month to me, you can also do it through Patreon, other than just YouTube. The other nice thing is when you sign up for Patreon as a paid member, you do get extra bonuses. You get access to all of the content that I've got over there. Some of it is my older stuff, my older content that most of you have not seen. So you can absolutely support me over there as well. I missed the text Zoom. Yes, Nanette. Did I not send? I think I sent you an email. Check your email. You should have an email. You should have it in your email. The link to it. Oh, yay! Susan is starting off the super chats for the night. Thank you, Susan. Guys, if you want a raffle ticket for April 14th, super chat is the only way to go. Super chat or super thanks. It's the only way to go. Or, well, the stickers. You can do the stickers too. But that's the only way to go to get those raffle tickets, guys. So do the raffle tickets if you want those. Or do the super chats if you want the raffle tickets. Let me get it in the right order, right? I gotta get it in the right order. Oh, Susan, how is your Gnome Sweet Gnome coming along? Dawn says she thinks that she's the new Patreon member. When she went to download the latest reflections clue, Google wanted to sign me in. Oh, so you can do a free membership at Patreon, but you can also do a paid membership. So you have two options, at least. How do I get the recording? I did get the email. You're going to be able to click the link in the email. There should be a link in it. The email that I just sent Monday, I think. That one should have a link to it. So it's going to be here on YouTube. Oh, good deal. Thank you, Katie. Nikolai says hello. Thank you. But it should take you directly to the recording. It is here on YouTube, but it is private. So if you did not get the email, please do not, or if you did not get the email directly from me, do not share it. I want that email to come directly from me to give you permission to that video, okay? Because there's disclaimers that I put in the email. I'm setting up Patreon like Tammy's. It's much less expensive than I was paying for Shopify. Yeah, Shopify is over the moon expensive. They're following the path that Etsy set for everybody. When Etsy started just skyrocketing their take. I don't know if they were trying to copy eBay at the time or what Etsy's deal was, but Etsy is incredibly expensive for a regular creator to use. And the other problem with Etsy is they do not promote small shops anymore. It used to be all about the small shops, but Etsy is now so commercialized and they're letting big businesses act like cottage industry, and that's just not fair. Actually haven't started, Tammy. Going to use my gift certificate to buy fabrics I need for. See, you know what? There you go. There you go. I actually have a little bit on my PayPal and on gift cards right now, so I could. Actually, I need to get my case fan first. My very next purchase needs to be the case fan for that computer. The one you guys can't see right now. That way I can stop turning it off every night, just so I don't have to worry about it burning up. You were trying to finish another USO. I hear you on that. I got tons of UFOs, Susan. I am totally with you on that. I get it. I get it. I tried to use Patreon, but it kept sending me to the homepage of the group I first visited instead of my own homepage. Yeah, you have to, on a desktop, if you are a creator on Patreon, you have to click Down at the bottom left, I think, is where I have to click to get to my creator page, because when I sign in, it does take me to my just regular everyday Joe kind of page, not to my creator page. So yeah, I hear you on that, Denise. It's been okay, Katie. She's asking how my day's been. It's been okay. I had a very busy morning. Just trying to recover from everything from last night, the party that I was at and helping host. Um, and then I have slowly but surely been working on getting this stuff prepped and rearrange my studio and laundry. It's just been one of those kind of days. So I'm really glad to sew. All I needed to do is have a download spot for my patterns and a place to send people from YouTube videos to. Yeah, see? I love Patreon for that. It makes that part so simple. You don't have to think about it. You don't have to do a lot of extra. Bookmark my creator page so I can go directly there from that bookmark. Oh, that's a good idea, Andrea. So that might be something that you could try, Denise, is do a bookmark. Um, so that way you can just click that and get directly where you need to be. I apparently took my rings off, guys. I do not. I know that they're in one of two places. I just realized that I do not have them on. I don't have them on my necklace. I got in the shower earlier just to wash the early part of my day off. I just needed to refresh myself, get woken back up because I am definitely tired. And so I took the rings off. Oh no, absolutely, Janet. She says she's gonna sign off. So good night to you, Janet. Go pet some fabric, please. She says she's totally wiped, and good night to everyone. Thank you, Janet, for being here. Sleep well. Sleep well. Glad you were here for as long as you could handle. I totally get that. Uh, Now, Chloe, how long are you thinking that you're going to be stuck at work? How long is the snowstorm supposed to? How long are they predicting that you're going to need to be at work? Working on these hand quilting projects in your downtime. You know I gotta ask that, right? You know I gotta ask. Because I think of that. I think of that because when I worked at Verizon, I all the time took handwork with me. I did it all the time. I've not had time to get it set up yet. I was fighting tech issues and trying to get my video uploaded. Oh, gotcha. Gotcha, Andrea. Yeah. So I do have my Patreon set up. So that's where all my patterns are going over there. So in the next 30 days, all of my download sheets are getting moved over there, which is going to be an undertaking in and of itself. And that was what I had promised I was going to do, so that's what I'm doing. And we did the last reflections clue. If you have not downloaded the download sheet for it yet, it is on Patreon. You shouldn't have to sign in. I'll put it that way. You shouldn't have to sign in. You should be able to do it without ever creating an account. But if you want to, you are welcome to do so. You are absolutely welcome to do so. You don't have to pay for anything on Patreon unless you're buying a pattern from me or from someone, buying something from someone. I finally decided to split them up. I was trying to do all 4 blocks in one video and my antiquated hardware could not handle it. Yeah. Sometimes you do have to split things up. I've had to do, when I do captions, so when I did that tech Zoom, captions would only work if it was less than 2 hours. So I had to split the tech Zoom into 2 videos just to be able to caption everything. And that's another thing I've got to get back up and running is I need to get my editing software back up and running because it was a subscription service. So it just expired, but I don't need a lot out of it right now. So we may just see how long I can go on just the free version and just hold off for another day, maybe. I don't know. I think through tomorrow evening, but I might stay Monday into Tuesday. I had a very early day on Tuesday. That's fair enough. That is fair enough. I completely understand doing that too because if, if it's a haul back to the house and you've got everything that you need, sometimes it's just so much easier just to stay put. Sometimes it is. All right. Oh, you're fine. Hey, Zaza, welcome in. How are you enjoying QuiltCon? Everybody else is asking it too. I took small projects to work on during my breaks at work. Yeah, I didn't take yes, Chloe. That is fine. She says she's got to get her bed ready. See us later. That's fine. So I took a hand applique project and I did needle turn on it. That's kind of where I learned this technique, but I didn't have freezer paper knowledge at that point, so I did it painstakingly by hand. And some pieces I did completely by hand. Did I see South Carolina? I have not been to. I did not go to QuiltCon, if that's what you're asking. Did I see? I'm not sure. I'm not sure what you're asking. Let's see. How's your name in the States going? Or time in the States? Yes, yeah. Very good question. Very good question. I think my neighbors finally quieted down. I was able to turn my music off just then. Super chat. Oh yeah. I saw the one. I didn't see one from you now. The only one that I've seen was from Susan. So I did see that one, but I haven't seen any others. So no super chat, no other super chats have come in, Katie. So sorry, I didn't pick up on it very quickly. I'm sorry. I did not pick up on that quickly at all. That's how you guys can tell if I'm tired, is I miss things. Not intentionally, but I do miss things every so often. I am slowly getting around this gnome hat, guys. We are at this bottom section, and I just have to get over to here. So I've got to come up and around, and then curve around, and then come up. Just a hair. Just a hair. So we'll at least get one gnome done tonight. I think we might actually get a good start on the second one. I don't think we'll have a problem at all getting there. Especially if I focus instead of stopping to chat so much or stopping to read the chat. I can chat, I just can't read the chat when I'm trying to go fast. But I've got to pick up and move all the time on this because you know how applique goes. You have to stop and readjust and stop and readjust and stop and readjust, especially when you have curves, which this has a lot of curves. A lot of curves. There is one piece that is going on to this project today that has some straight lines on it. And it's on the other gnome. It is not on this one. I'm going to turn this iron off. It's flashing at me. And I can see it out of the corner of my eye. And I don't really need it. I pre-pressed everything, so we should be good. How many of you guys saw how I did this freezer paper applique? How many of you saw how I did this? I did it in January, but how many of you guys saw that and like that idea? The chat got quiet. I hope I didn't lose a connection or something. The chat got crazy quiet. All right, using my stiletto. And so I use the stiletto to pull that seam allowance underneath as I go. So that way it's not sticking out and I'm not trying to stick my finger that close to the needle. Because that would not be a pleasant day to end my day with a needle in my finger. I would probably keep my composure though. That's the nice thing. I've done it before. Oh, still hear you. Oh, good deal, Landa. Oh, Susan is hand quilting. That's right. I'm sorry. I'm sitting here wondering why you guys aren't chatting and you're busy like me. I did see it, but I can't say that it is my preferred way. Okay. Yeah. It I get it. I'm doing it this way on this project because I want that needle turn look. Um, but I have another project that I'm not going to be able to do the freezer paper thing with. I'm going to have to do the whole under and trace and cut and then satin stitch because that's the way she has it, that pattern designed. And I'm not looking forward to it. Oh, Giovanna's half asleep. Well, that's fair. It's 4 o'clock in the morning. Who else wouldn't be asleep at 4 o'clock in the morning? I can't imagine. Oh, I know I would like to be asleep at 4 o'clock in the morning. Oh, let's see. Do not remember seeing you do the freezer paper, but I use freezer paper all the time. I love it, Rita. It's a fantastic way. There we go. Susie has a raffle ticket for April. Thank you. Good deal, Gladys. I will get you a link sent. Probably not immediately after this live, unless I just happen to remember. You know what? We're gonna try. We're gonna make another note. Email. Gladys. There we go. So we'll see if I remember it tonight and look at it tonight, but if not, I'll do it. I'll do it tomorrow because I will be back tomorrow afternoon. I've got a sew day tomorrow. What stitch are you using for your applique? I'm using a blanket stitch. It's 78 on my machine, and oh, that does not show up at all. I am so sorry. It is this stitch right here. See if it'll focus. It is not focusing. It is not focusing, but it looks like a blanket stitch. So that's the stitch I'm using. Yes. Susan is thanking Susie for sending the super chat. I agree. Thank you. I really agree. What stitch are you? Okay, I've already got that. Let's see. Londa says she loves freezer paper and does mock hand applique by machine. Yep, that's exactly what this is. So all of my pieces, I put freezer paper trimmed all the way to the right size, and then I cut my little slits for all the curves, and I starched and pressed that seam allowance back. So all of my seam allowances are already pressed to the back side. So all I have to do is stitch it in place. I love that. I love that. I love not having to fight with it because I don't think that fighting with it is worth it. All right, we're going to do what I said we should be doing. You're going to cut and you're going to pull through with the needle. Okay. So you're wasting about 14 inches of thread if you cut as close as you can. But it's not the end of the world. My work time is between midnight and 8 a.m. and then I sleep all day most of the time. My upload speeds are better when all the kids around here are sleeping. Yes, and not being bugged by all the notifications. Yeah, I hear you on that, Andrea. Londa says she uses glue, then pulls the paper. So I don't even use glue. So I take the freezer paper, and this is one of the hats. It's the other hat that I'm going to be using tonight if I can get to it. So I trace the hat off of the master pattern, and this is freezer paper. This is the paper side. This is the glossy side, and I just ironed it onto the back side of the fabric, and then I cut out the fabric following like a quarter of an inch, sometimes more, sometimes less, but most of the time about a quarter of an inch all the way around. And when you have a sharp point or whatever, you cut off that, cut it square or whatever, or cut it at an angle, what have you, however you need to do it. But I pressed it, or I starched it and pressed it with this still attached to the back of my fabric. And then once my pieces are pressed, like all the seam allowances are pressed, then I just pull this out. I just peel it away. It sticks a little bit because the starch will make it sticky a little bit, but it's about as good as it's gonna get. Just because I'm not gonna fight with it. But I don't use glue. I did use glue for a little bit with English paper piecing, but I don't really like glue. I feel like it leaves a residue in the fabric, and even if it doesn't actually leave a residue, I feel like it does. So, and I just can't get past that feeling like it does. I just cannot get past it. All right. So we now have the thread for the beard. This beard is a little bit easier, but it's going to take more stops and starts because it's curvy. The other beard we've got to do tonight is got sharp points, and it'll be easy to do, but the sharp points will cause me to have to really pay attention as I'm doing that. But that's known for the other side. And this is why I usually stitch down layers at a time, because now I will have to bury a little bit of thread. But that's okay. I will leave the thread on here on top so that I know where it's at and I don't have to search for it. Absolutely, Giovanna. She says she's going to be lurking. I know, you are tired. You need to be lurking. I like raw edge and use my scan and cut to cut out my pieces. I could send you the whole pattern and you can cut it for me. No, I'm just kidding. This one I've committed to this now, so I'm going to do the whole pattern this way. But I do have a couple of ones that I kind of would like to do something like that with. For smaller applique, I've used fusible extra light interfacing instead of freezer paper. That's not a bad idea. I like that idea. All of the applique in this, aside from some of the smaller circles, is fairly decently sized. Once we get to the flowers and such, I'll either have to do one of two things. I'll have to do the Wonder Under method, or I will have to do, I don't know if I can do that. Oh, thank you, Katie, just cause. I love it. You have a raffle ticket for April. Thank you, Katie. I appreciate it. Absolutely, Dawn. Go pat some fabric before you get in bed. She is saying, have a good night. Oh, she is signing off. Thank you. So I do the muslin method, which I think is what you were talking about, Susan, with the, oh, that's fusible though. I don't use fusible. You can use muslin and stitch right sides together with the applique piece. And then once you've got that applique piece stitched, then you turn it right, you cut into the muslin, and then you turn it right sides out, press it really good. Nanette says send them her way. I might just do that. I have not started it yet, so that might be something that I have you do for me, because it's going to be enough for me to do all of the applique by itself, like just the stitching down. It's going to be a lot for me anyway. So I might. Or you're coming to retreat, so I might just hand it to you. If I still haven't started it by then, I might just hand it off to you. Because it's a lot. It's a lot. And I do want to do it. I'm not looking forward to it. But I told you guys this was the year of applique for me, so we're going to do applique. We're definitely going to do applique this year. I have a lot of applique to do. Route 66 is kind of my break from applique. There is no applique in it. So I'm kind of looking forward to that. But we're starting that next month, and I will give you guys dates as soon as I have them. This upcoming week, we have Tuesday night edition, and my podcast episode will be coming out on Friday, and we have Yuletide Sampler 2 also on Friday evening. So I'll try to make sure my podcast comes out early in the morning, so that way you guys have a chance to listen to it and you don't feel rushed. And the podcast is free, so if you are new to my channel, you've not heard about it before, the podcast is on Spotify. It is The Siberian Stitcher. It is available on Spotify. It is free. There's one podcast episode already out. The next one will be coming out on Friday. I'm going to try fusing. I always did it the old-fashioned way, previously pinning and hand applique, but I am going to delve into this in diffusing this year. Hey, there you go. I did not really want to do an applique year, but I have a huge project that I need to do too. But that's gonna take me getting some help to do that one because I do not have the brain power, I don't think, to do all of it the way that I want to do it. So it's gonna take a hot minute. And that one I'm going to do by hand. It's not gonna be done this year, but I'm gonna at least start it this year. I may still do this method, or I may do muslin. I may do the muslin method. You can do it with interfacing. You can do it with stabilizer, but I definitely need to do that project. I want to do that project by hand. Or at least the applique part I want to do by hand. And then I'm going to have to probably pay somebody to quilt that one because it's going to be a beast. It's that Santa's loading dock quilt for anybody who has been following along for a bit. Santa's loading dock is going to take a good long while to work on. I'm going to have to find all the fabrics I want to use. It's going to be a whole thing. It's going to be a whole darn thing. So, and I think I want to stick with solids or patterns. I don't want to do like anything bold and bright pattern wise. I kind of want to stick to solids or muted tones because I kind of want to do something different with mine. That's kind of my idea anyway. Oh, there we go. Nightbot just dropped the Zoom retreat link. Guys, if you have not signed up for the Zoom retreat that is coming up this upcoming Saturday and Sunday, go ahead and sign up if you think you will have at least 5 minutes to come and stop by. We would love to have you and love to meet you virtually. And it is 100% free. There's no charge to join the Zoom retreat. You know, I could have been doing both of these at the same time. So that way I wouldn't have to change my thread out, but that's okay. That's kind of the nature of applique, right? Sometimes you end up with stuff that you didn't intend to. All right. So I'm going to leave my thread tail long on this one because I want to bury my threads. I think Dawn was asking if I'm going to trim my stabilizer. I think I am going to trim it because I think I've managed to get a ruffle or pleat or something in my fabric, and trimming the stabilizer will let me fix that. Wash away stabilizer is good for the faux. Oh, yes, it is. Once it's fully attached, it's not needed. Yeah, there you go. That's true. That's true. The faux needle turn. Yeah, I'm gonna do needle turn, but I'm going to pre-press. That is what I have had the most success with, is pressing in advance. If I have to do it as I'm stitching it down, I do really struggle with that. I've done it before, but it takes me so much longer. And I'm not a passenger on road trips like I used to be. So it's not like I have all that free time just sitting around. And my thread just got caught, so it's not where it needs to go. There we go. Now pay attention to the way you thread your machine, guys. Paying attention can lead to a lot of fixed problems before they are problems. Just gonna say it that way. You catch it before it's a problem. All right. So now we gotta add the gnome's nose. How is he looking so far, guys? He's looking so cute. His body and his hat are the same color on this one. The other gnome doesn't have that. He's got different colors. He's got a cute hat. He's got a really cute hat. So maybe I can get to the hat tonight. I hope I can get to the hat tonight. It's such a cute hat. Hey Mona, welcome in. She says howdy. Glad you're here. I've used the starch method with ironable template plastic for. Oh, that's a good idea. I don't want to do the plastic templates though. That would be a lot of waste because I'm only gonna make one. I'm not doing that quilt twice. There's no way. That is gonna be like the $20,000 quilt if I ever sell it. because it is going to be expensive. Expensive. Zaza says they are cute. I know, right? I am a gnome person. I do like my gnomes. I'm not like not everything in my house has to be gnomes, okay? So don't misread. But I mean, I'd rather go with everything in my house being Halloween. I'd rather have Halloween everywhere. But we'll work with it. Getting cold tonight. Yes, it is. Well, it's not getting cold here. We are breaking out of our cold snap. And all of our snow that we just got is about to melt. We only got like maybe 6 inches of snow. It wasn't a lot. It really just was not a lot of snow. I wish it had been more, but maybe, I mean, we still have a chance to get some more snow. Our winter does not necessarily end right now anyway. We got time for more snow. So we'll see if we get any more this year. We desperately need it. We are way behind on our normal snow count for the year, so we need it. All right. But we don't have to drip our faucets anymore, which is nice. It is finally warm enough tonight that we're not going to have to drip faucets. So we have to drip when we hit like the single digits here. Sometimes we have to drip it at like the teens, like the first drop into the teens we have to drip. But after that, single digits is fine. I've seen Texas snow, but nothing major for days. Yeah. Well, I'm not in Texas, so I could not say to that, but you guys don't handle snow like we do up here. We handle snow differently. It's freezing in Raleigh. I'm hoping it's warmer in Charleston. Oh, maybe it will be. Maybe it will be. That is a chance you take, though. The East Coast is quite unpredictable. You can get short sleeves weather, or you can get freezing weather. This is Mona. Even down near the coast, we had a brisk north wind today. It's getting cold in the house. Oh yeah, switching from AC to heat. Rub that in. I need the AC on. My husband gets cold a lot easier than I do, so I would love to have the AC on, but we do have the heat on at the moment. Just turn the heat on. Toes are getting cold. So we set the thermostat about 68, maybe 69, and depending on what I do that day determines whether or not I actually get cold. So it's today would be a day that I could handle the colder temperatures. I've been bundled up all day. Kind of. It's in the 70s on Thursday and still warm on Friday. Yeah. We are not getting up to the 70s. That's not going to happen. We're not going to be there for a minute. But we're at least out of the single digits and negatives. I went to drive, what was it, Friday? Oh gosh, yeah. I went to drive Friday and my car got all the way down to -7. So like it told me the outside temperature was -7. I was inside the car. It was warm and toasty. Don't worry about me. Worry about all the people not in vehicles. But I was warm and toasty. Same here. My husband wears sweats all summer long, even in 100-degree temps. I'm running around shorts and tank tops. Word, Andrea. Word. I am always having to layer with a tank top because lo and behold, half of the days by mid-afternoon, I have had to strip off whatever outer layer because I need that. I need the airflow. I need that tank top. I'm sitting here with a blank. I have. Oh, you're sitting there with a blank, and then you've got a lot left to do, but you're lost. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. I've been there, done that. I think it's funny when people think about Arizona and no snow. Yes, northern parts of Arizona do get snow. We got snowed in at one point in Flagstaff, Arizona. Yeah, it does snow up there. Yeah, the Northern Arizona does get that snow. I remember seeing snow in Flagstaff, and I'm just going, I like this. The locals probably were mad at me for it, but I liked it. I liked it. I knocked something off, I think. I may have knocked a spool of thread on the floor, but I don't see it, and Paladin hasn't gotten up to tell me I dropped something. So we're going to assume that I didn't drop it that far. I think it's funny when people... Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've already read that one. Sorry. All right. So now I'm going to start placing the next gnome. And I'm going to make sure he's going to fit exactly where I'm going to put him before I stitch these shoes on, because the shoes are going to be the first thing. Like before, the shoes are going to be the first thing because it is the furthest down the fabric piece, the block. All right, I will need this one again because this is the nose. Flagstaff gets massive amounts of snow. Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. And truckers get snowed in. I mean, on I-40, truckers will get snowed in. We did. We did. It was amazing to be able to see all the different climates across the U.S. It was so nice being able to do all that traveling. I do miss that life. I do love traveling. Wish I could do it more. But alas, I have a channel and I have obligations, and yeah. About 15 years ago, my husband, now ex, had the AC on. I was so cold. I stepped outside in the 107 temps to sit in the shade. Oh, I could just picture that, Susan. I can just picture you doing that. Being so aggravated with him and going outside to sit. I can just picture it. I really can. Okay. So he's gonna have, oh, his body is so stinking cute, guys. His body is bee looking fabric, like honeycomb looking fabric. It's so cute. It's so cute. And yes, it is yellow. Before anybody comes at me, yes, it is yellow. Yes, I am working with yellow. Do not come at me. This is my week of yellow. There's going to be more yellow in this quilt. I'm going to look up Dr. Denton. Ooh. I don't know who Dr. Denton is. I'm a little bit confused, but that's okay. I'm perpetually confused. So, okay. This hat has to come down a little bit. But that should, oh, that part of his beard needs to stick out. Okay. I'm over here readjusting. I'm going to move him over just a little bit. So he's got some room between him and his sister. They're brothers and sisters. If it's yellow, let him mellow. I am not a huge yellow fan at all. So me working with yellow is just, you guys know how rare it is. But this quilt just needs yellow. So it's getting yellow. I don't like it, but it's getting it. We're going to use one pin to hold this extra foot in place. The gnome foot, not my presser foot. We're going to hold that one in place so I don't have to reposition him later. I keep the AC on about 80 in the summer, just to keep the humidity out of the house. I put the heat at 65 to 70. See, we keep the AC down to 68 or 69 during the summer, but then we keep the heat like 69, 70, thereabouts. Actually, at 70, this thermostat doesn't work too great, and it puts my temperature in the apartment all the way up to 71, 72, 73. That's just way too high for me. Look, oh, Nanette looked up the Santa's loading dock quilt. It is beautiful. It is. So the challenge with it, Mona, fist bump. Humidity is my enemy too. That's why we moved up here. I cannot do the humidity. It is just too much on my body. Dr. Denton's are the PJs made of fleece that zip up the front and have feet in them. Oh, okay. Toddlers wear them, but they've started making them adult sizes. Okay. I have heard of those. I didn't know what they were, but I have heard of them. Mona's excited that Andrea knew about them. I love it. So, what was I going to say? Where was I at? Okay, Santa's loading dock quilt. So the way that the book writes it, in case you are considering buying it, be forewarned. The background of the quilt, the lady who made the quilt is not a pattern writer. She did not write it intending for you to be able to, like, here's how to do it. She didn't do that. She gave you a description of how she did what she did. So the background of the quilt is not an exact science, and there have been groups that have gotten together to try to put together the Santa's Loading Dock quilt, and they can't figure out the background. They have no idea how to put together the background of the quilt. So they've actually stopped at that. Like, they could not progress and do the entirety of the quilt. The lady who did the quilt does give you all of her applique templates. So all of the different things that you see on the quilt, you've got the templates. Those are in the book. But the background of it, so what you're appliquing everything to, that is what is kind of hinky because she doesn't give you the information. So it's going to take a lot to figure out the background. My approach, should you be so bold as to do it, or try to take it up with me, my approach to doing the Santa's Loading Dock quilt is this. I am going to do all of the appliques. I'm going to hand stitch, press, whatever. I'm going to prep all of the appliques. And then I'm going to lay it all out. I'm going to find a space big enough because it's going to have to be a floor probably. There might be enough space at my Wednesday group. We might be able to put enough tables together for it. But I'm going to lay out all of those appliques, and then I'm going to figure out how I'm going to do the background. So I have some fabrics for the background if I haven't used them in something else by now. I might have. I can't guarantee that I haven't. But I'm going to do every single one of those appliques. The sleigh, the Santa's reindeer part, the names, the clock for Christmas, all the elves, all the toys. I'm going to do all of that before I do any of the background for it. So that is going to be my approach. And I'm looking at it as probably a 4-year project. I'm being realistic. It is probably a 4-year long project. I have too many other projects on my list, and I would have to sit down and work on just that in 2027 to get it done in just 1 year. And I'm not willing to sacrifice all of my other quilting desires and projects and all of that to only work on one project that is a copy of what someone else has done. If I was designing it all on my own, that would be different. I do have a quilt that I've designed all on my own that I need to do, but I have not had the chance or time to test my idea to make sure it's going to work. So that is my next random project aside from testing next year's mystery, because next year's mystery needs to be tested too. So I have a lot on my plate, guys, as normal. It's normal. Let's see. Yes, Nanette, they do. I am missing something. I don't know if, oh, okay. I see it in one window, but I don't see it in the other, and I don't know what YouTube is doing. Oh, okay, there we go. Maybe, no, that's not it either. I do not know why. There we go. I just refreshed my window. I didn't see the bum flap. That's adorable. Adult onesies with a bum flap would be absolutely adorable. You are right, Nanette. They do need it. I think Santa's elves have, I think one of the elves has a bum flap on his pajamas. I think. I think. Don't quote me on it. But I'd have to go back and look at all the pieces and parts. It is now in my works in progress stack. So it is not going back into the boxes to never be seen again. It is in my I will be doing this list. I just have to get some time and probably go to a copy machine as I'm knocking things over. Sorry. I promise I'm not trying to. All right. We're getting there. We're getting there. This foot is coming together. The gnome foot is coming together. There we go. Now I can stitch faster. I was off in a little section where I was having to slow down. But there's a straightaway. If you watch like racing, car racing, I always laugh because they get on that straightaway and then they all speed up. They go slow through the curves and then they speed up on the straightaways. And I know why, but the red one piece long johns have all that stuff right where you need. Aw, that's awesome, Andrea. That's funny. My problem is, how would you, is it like buttons? Linda, good to see you. She would have been here earlier, but her best friend and quilting buddy called from Maryland. Oh, yeah. If you gotta talk for over 2 hours, that is okay. She doesn't travel anymore because hubby is homebound. I understand that. I do. Welcome in. Very glad to have you here. And I did not see your first email, Linda, until your second email was already in my inbox. But you made me giggle so hard this morning, so thank you. I needed the giggles. I needed the giggles. It was adorable. When I finally saw the email, when I finally got around to looking at my email box. I was busy until then, but yeah, it was adorable. It was adorable to get those emails from you, so thank you. All right. We are done with the feet. We are done with the feet. The feet are done. The feet are very, very done. All right. And I think because his body is yellow and I have a lot of other yellow to stitch down, I think I am going to stitch this guy's beard down before I stitch the body. I think that's what I'm going to do. Oh, good. Nightbot is putting my Charmed to Meet You class in there. So guys, I am teaching Charmed to Meet You in person this year at Quilt, Wyoming. I'm super excited about it. So if you are attending Quilt, Wyoming and you would like to take an in-person class with me prior to seeing me at the retreat in September, you're welcome to come join me. I would love to have you come join the class. I think it would be a fantastic time. All right, I'm going to reposition everything on this gnome before I stitch anything else down because I want to make sure that it is exactly where I need it to be. Because I don't want to reposition anything later. That's a lot of pain and hassle. A lot of pain and hassle. I don't want to rip blanket stitching out. Blanket stitching is going to stay put. All right, so yeah, the hat can go that far down. Ooh, that'd make him even shorter. We're gonna not make him that short. But the beard can stay exactly where it is. Okay, good. We're gonna leave the beard there. And we are gonna stitch the beard down first. And I was done with that thread, so let me put it in my drawer so I don't come across it again. And I am done with that one too. Okay. And we have 30 minutes. I'm impressed. I've gotten one whole gnome done, and we are starting on gnome number 2. And so we might get 2 gnomes done in 2 hours. That's not too bad. I'm not disappointed in that. So guys, we have gotten 3 out of our 10 goals for Super Chats. So if you are looking for a raffle ticket for April 14th, don't forget you can do your raffle tickets here tonight. You are welcome to do that. I don't mind. I won't be upset. I would actually appreciate it. So you are welcome to do that. Right. So this means I won't have to stitch so much yellow because when I stitch the body down, I'm already going to have the beard in place, so I won't have that much left to go. So that's going to cut some of the time off of how much I have to stitch too. Here we go. Glad I made you laugh. Oh yes. Don't call yourself that, but it was adorable. It was adorable. Because I was reading through the first email and I'm going, oh, so I need to get logged in so I can go, give her this information. And then before I could do anything with it, I'm like, okay, well, she sent me another email. Let me look at it. And you had already fixed everything. I was like, oh, okay. I really did get a giggle out of that this morning. You guys do really light up my life. Whether you know it or not, you really do. I live for getting happy mail. Not happy meals, happy mail. I do live for getting my happy mail from you guys. And whether that's email, whether it's snail mail, what have you, I do enjoy it. You guys really do brighten my day very often. Let's see. Okay, Nightbot was dropping. Let's see. Oh, Nightbot was dropping the Zoom retreat. Thank you, Nightbot. Nightbot's behaving tonight. I haven't caught Nightbot giving some wrong information lately. So I think we got Nightbot fixed and on the right path. The path to redemption. Nightbot was acting up for a good few days, right? This one's going fast, guys. I've got a lot of small details to add to the hat on this one, which I think is so cute, but it's definitely not going to look like the pattern. I did forget the hat stripe on the other gnome. We're not going to worry about it. And I did swap the hats between this gnome and the girl gnome. The girl gnome was supposed to have this hat that's going to go on this guy. So I swapped the hats unintentionally. But it's my quilt. I can do what I want. It is a design choice at this point. This is block 1 of this quilt. And I've already made some design choices. I'm not going to argue with myself about them. And the gnomes do stand out, so, if I can't fix it, I'm going to feature it. I love the hum of the machine when I can speed up and just go a little bit faster. I do love it. When I go too fast, it does vibrate a little bit too much. This beard is easier than the other beard. I have a lot of straightaways with this beard. All right. Oh, they're so quiet. All right, so we talked about board games, having board games at the retreat, puzzles. We'll probably have some decks of cards too. I can make sure we got those. That's not a problem. And we may do bingo and do prizes for bingo at the retreat. What else would you like at a retreat that you have or have not seen before at a retreat? Oh, good. Yes, Susan, please do. She says she's going to join the Zoom next Saturday when she is back home from the Sew Expo. I cannot wait to see you again. That'll be awesome. I'm glad you'll be able to join. We do have some old friends that we haven't seen in a while that have signed up as well. So we may have a few surprise visitors drop into the Zoom retreat this upcoming weekend. And I do not know what I'm going to work on Sunday yet. It will not be Route 66. It will not be that. It's going to be March 1st. I'm not doing that. I will get March's calendar updated, guys, so you guys will have the lives for that within the next few days or so. It's going to take me a minute because I've got a sew day tomorrow that I completely forgot I have, and so I'm going to be out of my studio for that, and I have obligations to help Mr. Siberian Wind tomorrow as well, so I will have those things to take care of. He's got a project he is putting together, and I'm so excited about his little project. It's not a little project, I'll say it that. I shouldn't say it that way. But I'm so excited about the project he's working on. And it's for the nonprofit, the Patriot Express honor trips that he established. So it's exciting to be able to help out with that. All right, I know that will be covered. Okay, there we go. Squee, we have the beard done. We have the beard done. Now, one thing I am doing for a big applique project like this, I am keeping all the threads for this project separate from my regular stash of threads. So once I get done with the thread, it is going back into the box so that I'm keeping consistent thread use. I'm not having to go find what color of thread I used because all of these threads are going to go with all the fabrics I'm using in the project. Even though some of them are going to be scrap fabrics, you know, I'm using a lot of the same thing over and over and over. All right, so the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and do yellow. And I've got a piece of yellow on the hat. I think you guys are going to think this is so cute. This hat has two little stripes of a different color, and then it has a belt buckle. It has a belt buckle, guys, on the hat. Or one of those, okay, maybe it's not a belt buckle, but it's a buckle on the hat. And I think it's so cute. So we are not skimping on the buckle. We are putting the buckle in, and that's going to be the next thing that I stitch down. Because we've got inside and outside of the buckle to do. So let me get it positioned, and we'll stitch that down on top of the hat and on top of the stripes. So all of that will be held in place, and the only thing left to put on here will be the nose, and then I just have to stitch things down. That's all that will be left, is just stitching things down. Okay, the hat, oh gosh. Okay, you guys can't see it on this camera, I forgot. It's too dark on that camera. I wish you guys could see it. I will make sure you guys can see it here in a minute. We will find a way so you guys can see the fabric that I'm using. And I gotta figure out where I'm putting this buckle because this was not the hat it was supposed to go on. So gotta figure that out. I could have gone with a different, I could have done something different, but I'm not going to. Oh, there we go. I like that. It's not exactly where I want it yet, but it's close. Let's see if I can shift it just a hair. Yeah, that's what I do. I do talk to myself when I do this. Oh, that's not going to work. Okay. Let's reposition. Let's play around again. Because I'm not using the right hat for this, the stripes don't exactly fit. So I'm fudging it. Hey Sheila, good to have you here. How are you doing this evening? So good to see you. So very good to see you. I'm repositioning stripes on the hat. That's what I'm doing. So in case you wonder, that's what I'm looking down at. You guys will get to see it here in a minute once it's attached. And once I have enough of it attached. I've got to get it completely attached so that nothing shifts. I'm so worried about it shifting. So very worried about it shifting. All right. But it is a straightaway, so it's going to be fast to sew the buckle down. Okay. I can rotate. And continue down the top of the buckle. Oh, guys, I wish you could see this. It is so stinking cute. Okay, yeah, we will get to see it. Absolutely. Susan is going to get in her pajamas. Can you get mine for me while you're at it? I'm ready to get into my pajamas too. I'm ready. I've been ready. I've been ready for a few hours. Actually, I take that back. I've been ready since noon. We're going on over 9.5 hours since I've been ready to get in my pajamas. Oh. This was a day I wanted to just get back in bed and cuddle up and go back to sleep. Get some more sleep. It was a grilled cheese and tomato soup kind of day, too. It was one of those kinds of days. I love those days. I do love those days. I will say it that way. I do love them. But I had to make my own grilled cheese. That was no fun. That was not the fun part of having grilled cheese and tomato soup. You're not supposed to have to make it yourself. Somebody's supposed to come in and make it for you. Maybe that's just me being pampered, but I didn't ask Tom to make it, so I guess it's on me. I should have asked him. All right. See, here we go. Just looking to see what got posted, and it was from Nightbot. All right. The buckle is down. Okay, so this is good enough to be able to show it to you. Even though I've still got more stitching to do. But you gotta see the buckle. Isn't the buckle so cute? The buckle is cute. I like the buckle. He's gonna have a nose, so he's not done. He's gonna have a nose. I can't pick him up and go everywhere with him yet because his hat's gonna flop everywhere, but he's so cute. He's so cute. All right, his body is also gonna use the same color of yellow, same shade of yellow. So we're gonna stitch the body down. And I can't speed up that much. Am I gonna go back and fix it? No, I'm not. He's attached. He's not going nowhere. This is not the quilt that I'm going to enter into a quilt show. This is for me. This is because I want this springtimey quilt and I like gnomes. So that is what this is. This is not a quilt show quilt for me. I have plenty of those that I need to finish quilting. I have plenty of quilt show quilts. This is not a quilt show quilt. How is the machine sounding, guys? Is it sounding loud to you? Is my microphone picking up the machine? Or did I move it far enough out of the way so it's not super loud? Let me know in the comments. Or let me know in the chat. Or if you're watching this on replay, let me know in the comments. Joan says she is going to bed. Have a great week and see you next time. Absolutely. Yes, everybody on the East Coast, please stay safe. I agree with you, Joan. Make sure you pet some fabric if you haven't already, Joan, before you go to bed. And I will see you Tuesday night. I look forward to seeing you Tuesday night. I don't know what I'm doing yet Tuesday night, but we're doing something. I can say that much. We are doing something. Rena is going to head to bed as well. Have a great night, everyone. She says, good night, Rena. Thank you for being here. Go pet some fabric if you haven't. You know you want to. If you haven't already, you know you want to. We are quilters after all. We are quilters. Go pet the pretty fabrics. All right. Oh, Sheila says she can hear it, but it's not bad. Good. That's what I'm looking for. I don't want it to be super bad. I don't want it to be obnoxiously loud. Somebody was commenting earlier that it sounded like it was eating things, and that means it's really loud. So yeah, I wanted to make sure that when I moved my microphone earlier, that I moved it exactly where it needed to go. I've got to reroute cables here in the next couple weeks too. I've got some cable issues. I don't have enough room to move things where I want them to be. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and stitch the hat down because then I can get the stripes out of the way. I haven't opened this thread yet. It's so pretty. Sewing machine is noise is never obnoxious. I love you, Andrea. Thank you. This thread isn't showing up super great on camera, but it is orange and yellow and neon green all mixed together. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. It is not my normal color wheel, but this whole quilt is not my normal color wheel either. So I'm just gonna love on it. I'm just gonna love on it. I'm gonna get to play with the pretty threads. That is one thing about doing applique. You get to play with the pretty thread. So I know a lot of people enjoy applique just because you get to play with the pretty threads. Well, I'm getting to play with pretty threads. All right, so I've got about 10 minutes, so I'll be able to get the hat down. I won't be able to get the stripes down. Andrea says she loves variegated thread. I do too. I do too. I love to quilt with it. I love to quilt with variegated because then you get all of those different things. Cynthia says that it is a cute thread. I love it. It is so, oh my gosh, it's almost neon. I wish you guys could see how, oh, maybe you can. That is bright thread to show up that bright against that brown of his beard. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, it's pretty. And I think it's the perfect color to go with this fabric for his hat. And I don't know if any of you caught what this fabric is. Oh, yeah, okay, saying goodnight to Rita. Yeah. So this fabric is a batik. It is green with a little bit of yellow hints to it, where the washout is. And it has scissors, buttons, and thread and needles as the relief design for this fabric, and it's in orange. So the fabric itself is green, orange, and yellow, and this thread is doing it so pretty. Andrea says even for crocheting she prefers the variegated threads and yarn. Yeah, I can understand. It gives you a break. You're not sitting there looking at that same shade of red that you love, but is wearing on you after a while. Yeah, I totally get that. I totally get it. All right, so after this, I don't think I'm gonna have enough time, I don't know, to stitch anything else down. The only thing that I will have that is not attached, at least a little bit, is gonna be the nose. So the stripes are attached, but they're not stitched down all the way. They're held in place by the buckle stitching. But everything else will be attached. I love the hedgehog. I do have some. Okay. She took it away. She took it away before I could read it. Oh. I do love these variegateds. Now this is a polyester. When I am doing applique, I don't worry about whether it's cotton or polyester. I actually prefer polyester for applique just because I know it's not going anywhere. It can be used and abused and it's not going anywhere. So, and it tends to have a little bit better sheen to it. I mean, some of the cottons are okay, but polyester, they can definitely get sheen to it. I do have some rayons, but I'm not too keen on using the rayons for much. I find that they're a very weak thread. They shred easily, and I have to take more time and care with them. And I'm not really in the mood for that. I will eventually use my rayon threads up, but it's going to be a minute. It's going to be a long minute before I get to them. All right. I love the hedgehog. Oh, I love the hedgehog too. She says she has red grunge she can use in the quilt. That'll be gorgeous. Susan, I can't wait to see. Oh, something broke. My thread broke. Okay. All right. It happens. It happens. I may have been going too fast with this thread. I don't know. Oh, it's tight in there. Maybe it's wound around something. I will have to look because I have been having issues with thread breakage with another spool of thread. So it's possible that I have something caught up in there. So I may have to take it apart in the next 2 weeks and troubleshoot it if I continue to have issues. I deleted first. Oh, you're good, Susan. I figured something like that was what was going on. She was saying that her laptop messed up the first message. That's fine. That's fine. I was just laughing. I'm like, here I am trying to read it, and suddenly it's gone. You just got to it before I could. It was so funny. It was funny to me. It was funny. Okay. Let's put needle back down so I don't move my quilt unintentionally in the future. I always have to turn that feature off when I have a thread breakage because then I've got to hang on to it. So I'm coming up to the point of this hat, and it's a very sharp point. So I'm going to use my stiletto to hold it down so my machine doesn't move it. And I am using an embroidery foot, so it's got the wide toe to it, so I can really see what I'm doing. Maybe the top thread does not like the bobbin thread. No, I think it's something's caught in the machine. That's what I'm thinking it is. It won't be hard to fix because I know where the screws are that I need to take out, and I've got all the stuff I need to do. But that connecting thread that I've been using, the white that I've been using, that cone, it's got some kind of manufacturing defect, so it's been breaking on me regularly. So I just have to persevere. I just have to persevere. All right. I will be able to clear it. I'm confident of that. I don't think there's anything wrong otherwise with this machine. I think it's just there's probably something caught. Because this is now the second thread spool to do that. I'm really tired. That doesn't help. Oh, 4:30. Kind of me too. I've never done a Zoom, says Sheila. That's okay. We have people that will be in that Zoom, that in the Zoom retreat, that can help you out. So if you are willing to try it, we are willing to help you. So it is up to you. You will get an email Friday night about the Zoom. It will have a link in it. It will have the meeting ID and the passcode. So you will need to have that passcode when you go to enter. It's going to be like a 6-digit number, and Zoom auto generates that. I don't do it. But you'll need to put in the passcode to get into the Zoom meeting. And I won't have to sit there and let you in manually. You don't have to sit there and wait while you wonder if anybody's paying attention. We don't do it that way. you gotta put the passcode in. But it's easy. It is really easy to do. You can do it on a computer if you've got webcam and microphone access on your laptop or desktop, whatever. You can do it on your iPad, your tablet, your phone. I think those are the main devices most people use. So it just depends on what devices you have. And some of the steps will be different on Apple devices than they are on PC devices or Android devices. So just keep that in mind. Some of our steps may differ slightly depending on your device. There we go. But yeah, we're going to start that at 6 a.m. on Saturday. And we're going to run yes. Yeah, absolutely. Sheila said is asking if it will work on her phone. Yeah, as long as you have internet connection, whether that is Wi-Fi or data signal, then yes, yeah, it will work. Your phone should have, as long as your phone has a microphone, and which it should, most phones do, and should have a camera on it, you should be able to use it. Most smartphones on most networks today do have all those capabilities. There is a Zoom app. So when you click the link, it may tell you that you need to go to either the App Store or the Google Play Store, depending on your device. And it is a free app to download. You don't have to pay anything for it. So, but if it does tell you to get the app, I actually recommend it just because it is simpler to use than trying to stay in a browser on a mobile device. Um, it's so much easier when you have the app. Hey, we are almost there, guys. I've got less than 1 minute, and I am pretty darn close to being done. I just have the bottom of the hat to go, and then I'll be able to pick him up and show him to you guys, and we will be done for the night. So the nose and the stripes on the hat, I'll do those off camera. Now that I know what my settings were, I'm going to write those on a post-it note and put it in with this so I have it automatically and don't have to guess next time. That's one thing I always recommend too when you're doing applique, especially if you adjust settings on your machine, write down those settings. Because if you turn your machine off and your machine forgets those settings, it helps to already have it. It just makes things so much simpler. Still getting moved back into my house. Oh, water damage will wipe you out. I hear you on that. Hi, Kathy. Good to see you. We are about to end here in just a minute. So you'll have a lot of replay time to look forward to. But it's been a fun night. It has been a very fun night. We are almost to I'm almost to that finish line of getting this hat on there. And I've got this pin sitting over here, so I may pin his nose in place. Oh, I broke thread. Oh my gosh, guys. I had literally 2 stitches left to go, and I broke thread. So, we are going to pull this thread. Nope, we're not going to pull that thread through. It is jammed in there. All right, I'm going to have to fix that later. Yeah, it is completely stuck. So, I will be doing that later. All right. So let me pin his nose in place so you guys can kind of see where it's going to go. And then you guys get to see the gnome. You get to see all 3 gnomes together hanging out. This was too much trying to catch up. Oh, yeah. Yes, you are so fine, Kathy. You don't have to apologize. Yeah, absolutely see me on replay. So, guys, this is Gnome Sweet Gnome, the blocks for January and February. Now my gnomes are a lot taller. They're a lot higher up the block. I'm going to cut some of this off and attach it up here. Okay, that was my fault for where I placed the girl gnome to start with. But now we have January and February on here. Absolutely, Sheila. Have a great night. So I've got a little bit of stitching left to do to have this quilt or this block done. But starting in March, the last 2 Sundays of March, I believe, we will be able to do this project as well. So you guys will see the mushroom house next. That is the next block in this block of the month. So if you are joining in for the Gnome Sweet Gnome, it is going to be the mushroom house that is going to be on here next. So we have been doing the gnomes right here. That is what we just did, and now the next one is going to be the mushroom house down here. Okay, so this little house block. So it'll be a little bit easier to stitch, but I'll show you guys my process and all of that as well. So I want to thank you all for being here. If you've not petted some fabric, go pet some fabric. Go get that serotonin boost, that dopamine hit. You need it. And I will see you guys on Tuesday night. Don't forget, this week is a special week because my podcast comes out on Friday, and we have Yuletide Sampler 2 also on Friday. And this Saturday is the Zoom retreat. So if you've not signed up, you definitely want to sign up for that. I promise it's going to be a good time. So make sure you sign up for that. And I will see you guys later this week. So pet that fabric and see me on Tuesday.